Hey everyone, it's Dr. Leah Hirschman with Vascular Institute of the Pines. I'm here tonight to talk about our journey to Exomind. We joined the BTL family about a year and a half ago after much prayer. This was a whole new world for me. I wasn't sure that I was cut out for it. I wasn't sure that I wanted to do this, but I prayed about it. Doors opened, God answered prayers, and I stepped out in faith. I will say that it has been an amazing journey with the BTL family, for our patients, for our staff, for myself. We've learned a ton, and now we have Exomind. This one also was a lot of prayer. Exomind came out, I believe, in January, and I wasn't sure that I was interested, wasn't sure that this was for us. We went to a BTL conference in Charlotte and learned a lot about it, learned lots of success stories that had happened. I met with the BTL family. We talked about Exomind, of course, but I really wasn't interested. So as with every big decision, I started praying about it. My husband and I fasted about it. Prayers were answered. I will tell you that I had been reading my Bible that week as we were fasting, and the first morning after our fast, my devotional book was talking about autism and depression, which is what this treats. And every scripture that I had read in my Bible that day either mentioned clear thinking or sound mind. Something about the mind was in the word that I was already supposed to be reading for that week. There were a few other things that came into play for confirmation, and we stepped out and joined the family for Exomind. So Exomind can treat lots of different mental disorders such as autism, OCD, help with smoking cessation, alcoholism. It can help with Parkinson's, dementia, Alzheimer's. The list goes on and on and on. Anxiety, depression, which a lot of our patients and a lot of the population has. So we are super excited to bring Exomind on board. This is our gift to you. We have now been open for 3 years, and we wouldn't be where we are without faith, without our patients. And so we are super excited to bring this to VIP.
Next 24, welcome back. What if the future of mental health didn't come in a pill bottle? A new device is turning heads in the world of wellness, and it's not science fiction. In this week's Health Smart Report, Fox 43's Amy Lutz introduces us to Exomind, technology that experts say is helping minds heal one pulse at a time.
It may look like just a machine.
I feel it.
The technology behind it, however, has become a beacon of hope for people seeking better mental health. Transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS, has long been used to treat depression. Now, Exomind is taking that science to the next level, offering precision and speed.
Exomind has completely transformed that technology. 6 treatments, once a week, 24 and a half minutes.
Dr. Brittany Barker says that's nothing compared to the 5 days a week for a minimum of 30 days, which is the treatment regimen for TMS. She says the tech is so new, it's hard to find.
Although TMS in general has been around a long time, the Exomind just got released a few months ago. Our company was able to secure one. We are the only ones in about a 100-mile radius.
Exomind works by using magnetic pulses to stimulate or wake up key areas of the brain responsible for emotional regulation and cognitive function. The result is better mental resilience and clarity without having to take medicine.
Given the potential side effects and risks of medication, knowing that there's something out there that is much more minimal, it is a no-brainer.
Madison Black of York County agrees.
I'm the type of person where I have a million thoughts going on in my brain at once, and it's pretty hard to navigate trying to kind of settle on one thing. After this treatment, I felt so calm, and it felt like I could actually complete one thought in my brain and go through with it.
After just one treatment, she said she was hooked.
You feel like you could take a nap during it, so it's super easy. You're in and out in no time, and you feel amazing after. The next morning, I felt so refreshed that I couldn't wait to get a second treatment done.
Both TMS and Exomind therapies are pain-free and FDA approved.
I honestly do believe that Exomind has changed my life.
Exomind brought my joy back. It has been life-changing to me.
Kind of gave me a boost. Had a little happiness, you know.
I'm feeling a lot better.
I met a man. First time in 15 years.
I've tried all of the CBTs, the DBTs, the group therapy, no exaggeration, probably at least 25 different antidepressants over the years. And this had almost an immediate effect and a lasting effect, which was quite wonderful.
There's no drugs. You don't have to pay for counseling. You don't have to go sit there and share all your thoughts and feelings, but something happened.
Just overall happier. That's what I noticed, like immediately.
I think I allowed myself to be open for a new life coming.
It was really, really nice. It helped out a lot, actually.
I really felt it each treatment. I felt it getting better, and my happiness, my joy, everything came back.
Exomind was the most logical fit because that was really a bit of a missing piece of our puzzle, is the mental wellness application. We didn't really have.
Usually patients, when they have stress, they choose coping strategies that are self-destructive. Alcohol, smoking, drugs. How cool would it be if we have a tool like Exomind that when you have a stressful event, we can almost be proactive and say, let's use this as a tool to help us cope and improve the way that we respond to our environment. That's what I'm really excited about too.
Exomind is a great way to introduce TMS to patients because those are a little bit skeptical because of weight changes and sexual side effects with antidepressants.
Is patients want a non-drug approach. They want to have things that bridge their care that involve treating the mind and the body.
We are taking patients that we're actually treating with Emsculpt Neo. And then I'm always asking now, because I can, is have you had emotional eating issues in the past? Have you had binge eating?
And almost like how Emsculpt Neo creates strength for the body, here we have Exomind that is strengthening our brain and strengthening our willpower.
When you have these types of conversations with patients, which is truly holistic and functional from the mind and the body, where healthcare is going is completely different place than anything we've seen.
It's a great treatment choice for depression because it actually is helping those neurochemicals become more balanced.
Art, no needle, no pain, non-invasive. That is what patients want. That missing piece of having non-drug tools is where we're going, and it's not going anywhere. And I think the market is huge for that.
If we thought aesthetics was exciting, being able to optimize the body and the mind at the same time, I don't even know where this is going to be. This is way bigger than anything we've seen.
I am getting my second Exomind treatment this week. The reason I'm doing this is I find that after my first Exomind treatment, it just helps me to stay a little bit calmer. Necessarily, I'm a pretty calm person on my external demeanor, but internally, a lot of thoughts, a lot of stress that just goes on in my mind, just helps to declutter some of the things that I'm feeling and doing. I also find that I sleep a little bit better this week since my first treatment. And also some of the choices that I make. I know it's challenging for a lot of us when we're trying to decide what kind of foods we're going to eat, what choices we make. This just helps me to regain a little bit of that self-control. So those are the things that I find that's been helpful so far. The treatment itself, very comfortable, very tolerable. It's just a little applicator that's just resting on my head. It's targeting the left side of the prefrontal cortex, and it's really focusing on that control center of my brain. And that's helping to form new neural pathways, and it's something I'm really excited by, what the potential is of this device. Again, doesn't really hurt. It's a 24.5-minute treatment, and I'm going to be doing this twice a week for 3 weeks, so looking forward to this. This month is focusing on men's mental wellness, so it's something that I'm also excited to participate in, and focusing on my own mental wellness as well. I think a lot of men can benefit from this. I know we all suffer from stress, anxiety, a lot of the day-to-day clutter that occupies our minds with all the decisions we have to make, with the responsibilities we have. So I think if for all of you men out there, this is a great opportunity to kind of strengthen your mind and take back control in your own lives.
Anything I do, like bring into the clinic, I'm always the guinea pig. I have to try it, I have to believe it, and then I endorse it. Exomind, at first I was a little leery because I need my brain to work, I need it full functioning, and so I had to do my due diligence, and when I felt comfortable trying it, then I did, and I have to say that it was a game changer. I'm a pretty smart woman, I handle a lot of things, I have a lot of stress in my life. It's really helped mental clarity, resilience, focus, and sleep has been amazing. So I was such a light sleeper. Now having done Exomind, I am in the deepest sleep ever. Amazing. Like, I go to bed, I don't have to wake up to pee anymore. I feel very rested. I wake up now at 6:45, kind of when I should. And that has never happened in my life. A lot of people I see, perimenopause, menopause, what is the biggest complaint? It's really that brain fog, that mood problems. So yeah, if we can improve their sleep, make them feel better, they're gonna be more resilient. And no offense, women is the staple of the family. And so if the woman of the household feels better, then usually everybody else will feel better too.
Here at Peak Human, we're focused on longevity. Our goal is to really help our patients long into their golden years. And what we do is we help a lot of people prevent them from getting sick in the first place. And I think that's where we got to change things around. If we can be on top of something, we can actually prevent getting sick. A typical family doctor sees about 50% of their complaints are related to mental health issues. What we need to do is try to figure out if we can address the mental health component, all the other stuff can fall into line. Mental health is really at the center of everything. For example, somebody's trying to lose weight. Like, yes, we can fix the metabolism, potentially work on calories and exercise and all that, but if we haven't addressed the motivation and the cravings and the binging and other types of behavioral issues, then we're gonna basically hit ourselves against a brick wall. I see that there's a big gap right now in current treatment and care of our population, of our patients. We tend to silo people, like, there's a big stigma against mental illness, and people don't want to necessarily be on the traditional treatments, which are primarily pharmaceutical. We need these new types of treatments. And part of that are tools like transcranial magnetic stimulation, which are really game changers because not only are they very helpful for people who have diagnosed mental illness, they can actually improve everybody. I am super passionate about finding those treatments that can make an impact. Exomind uses transcranial magnetic stimulation of the brain. And what that does is stimulates the very particular parts of the brain that then strengthen the connections between the neurons of the brain. And so that helps with multiple conditions like anxiety and mood disorders and binging disorders, craving. As we get older, these connections get weaker. So it's kind of like exercise for the brain. Like as we exercise muscles, we're exercising neurons in this case. It's a very exciting time to be here at Peak Human and in the medical space because we're finally getting tools that can really make a difference that are not difficult to do. They're not painful for patients, and that's why I want to give access to patients these type of revolutionary new treatments. Mental health care is one of those big gaps that has always been there, so now we have a tool here with Exomind that I'm super excited about, and every day I meet new patients that I wouldn't have normally thought about it, and now I'm like, oh yeah, you could really benefit from Exomind. Why don't you do a session today? So I'm so excited to have Exomind here. We're looking forward to seeing amazing results at our clinic.